Hello and welcome to Bespoke Unit. My name is Paul Anthony.
I'm CP.
And today we're going to be reviewing Dunhill Absolute.
Absolutely, and like every fragrance review, we shall be using the Bespoke Unit Fragrance Formula, a quantifiable review matrix that you can use at home. Just check the description and download a blank version.
So Charles Philippe, we are on our second step of the Dunhill Icon journey. This was the second release fragrance after the original Dunhill Icon, as you can see here in silver, only several months after the initial release, which is relatively quick as fragrance houses go. So they obviously had it in the pipeline before they knew Dunhill Icon was going to be a blockbuster.
And what do you think of it?
I think it's great.
It is, and it's weird because it's nothing like the first one. Normally when you have variants, you have some sort of theme that goes along. Here we have a very simplistic head of bergamot and pepper. I mean, at first, when you first splash this on, and the head notes are super important because that's the first impressions you have. You're like, what is this? It's kind of bland. Bergamot and pepper, that's like Dior Sauvage. It doesn't have anything to it. But then you hit the saffron.
Yeah.
That is amazing. I mean, a very premium note.
Yeah, that kind of oriental spicy punch is kind of with it, you know. I mean, this thing absolutely rocks its socks off in cold winter months. For me, this is one of the best, if not the best in my rotation. We won't mention what I just said off camera, that even though it smells nothing like Terre de Hermes, I'm putting it in a similar category of what I like to wear.
I had a meltdown when he said that on camera. Let's agree to disagree on that, because
I had to pick him off the floor, man. I had to give him a raise to come back.
I'm French, I go on strike.
Yeah,
you know, that's what I do.
We had a little industrial action after that one. However, I'm saying that this sucker is absolutely phenomenal in the winter months. It's one of those weird ones that's like great for a date, great casually with friends, but it's so unique and it's such a head turner that it's probably not good for the office. You're probably going to draw too much attention to yourself, like, who's that guy? Give him a raise.
Yeah.
Give him a promotion. You know, it's dangerous.
Or if you're working in a cubicle, you'll kill everyone in the next cubicle.
It's very heavy. It does create a nice scent bubble around you. It's not overpowering by any stretch of imagination, but it's definitely there. You know, we look at some of the, like the Dunhill Racing, you know, powder puff. You know, this sucker, massive punch.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Again, won't be seen dead in this in the spring or summer, but once you hit those cold months, phenomenal.
And the rest of the composition is the same. I mean, with the saffron you get rose and jasmine, so it's got like a little floral touch, but the saffron actually endures throughout the whole fragrance as dry down. So when you're in the base, you have argowood, which is oud, labdanum and guaiac and together they create this really intoxicating leather and pipe tobacco accord, which with the saffron is just mind-blowing. It's very, very good, and I'm not a fan of the original Dunhill Icon. Well, I like it, but
you know, I'm a super fan of the original Icon. That heavy, oily,
very deep resinous.
Yeah, very resinous. You know, it's got that. It's like clingy. You know.
And this, it's a world apart, and it's fantastic. It's just such an identity with
very like that spiciness, that kind of oriental kind of. For me, it's fantastic. So talking about age range, it suits.
This is less mature than the original, but more mature than its successors. So I'd say kind of late 30s. If you're in your early 30s, maybe it's a little bit too elaborate for you. I don't know, what do you think?
Well, I'm 32 and I think it suits me. So.
I'm 28, I like it.
But I'm an elaborate guy, so these are only suggestions and recommendations. We actually have a video where we review all 4 of these fragrances, so you may want to check out the link below for that.
What are you saying about the weight and strength, by the way, going back to that?
I think it's pretty strong. I mean, I went a bit heavy one day in the office, and you know, I definitely had a few comments on it that you know, what's happening there, chief? You know, but you know, if you're outside, I mean, this will be great in the fall. You know, outside with, you know, one of the heaters at a restaurant, and you kind of where you've got to have something a little bit more going on.
So that's a sillage and projection, but what about the longevity? Because I've been reading that it doesn't last very long.
Yeah, well, this is a huge point of kind of contention in the fragrance community, and even kind of, I suppose, between us, that on my skin, I just think this is an all-day performer. I could put it on in the morning, and when I get home at night, I'm still smelling it. You know, I haven't had to reapply, I haven't had to do anything. Very similar to what I get longevity wise of Dunhill Icon, not so much on the 2 later fragrances in the line itself. But you read online, people say 10-15 minutes, where's it gone? You know, maybe it's such a strong scent they get blind to it, and it's just kind of one of those
nasal fatigue. Yeah,
nasal fatigue piece, because it is such a, you know, I think this is, if you're not into fragrances, it's maybe like going from 0 to 100 off the bat. You know, if you're into fragrances and you've got a decent collection, then this is definitely one that's like meant for a season, maybe meant for an occasion, kind of complex. Then, you know, this is where you may want to go. When we're talking about, you know, value for money, presentation, you know, classic engine turn bottle here, very thick glass. And for the price points these days, where you can get them around the $50 mark and maybe below, and it's an EDP, I mean, you know, it's a steal.
So we can't wear this at the office, so where would we wear it?
As I say, I think it's a great date fragrance. I think it's a great fragrance going out with your mates, you know, at night. I think it's a great fragrance when, you know, at the weekends. You know, if people know you're a fragrance guy, then, you know, why not wear it at the office? You know what I mean? So I do, but say if you're getting into it and it's kind of, you know, a new fragrance, maybe test it out a little bit and see how people are receptive to it. Again, I think it's a great longevity fragrance. People don't agree with that, but, you know, if you guys have got comments below on that, love to hear them, because my skin, great performer. As I say, value for money, fantastic. Can't really say enough about this fragrance as long as you wear it appropriately.
Absolutely, and with probably the majority of fragrances that we review, that's an ongoing point.
Yeah, apart from maybe Dunhill Icon, which I think is one of the best all-round fragrances there is. With that being said, you can see individual reviews on all 4 of these bottles below, as well as the fragrance formula, as well as the comparative review of all of these fragrances as well. So, as always, please comment below of any questions you may have. We're all learning, we're all exploring new fragrances here, so I'd love to hear what you guys have got to say. Like this video if you appreciated what Charles Philippe and I have had to say, and as always,
take care.
And smash that like button. Charles Philippe's been about smashing stuff today, so you know we're on a, you know, we're split testing smashing versus non-smashing. Like I'm saying caress the button, he's saying smash the button. Anyway, the button's got to be done with something, or just ignore the button. Anyway, with that being said, thanks guys for watching. Really appreciate your time and your comments below, and we'll see you next time.
This is the bit where I meant to say take care.